Hey friends, TUXX here. For this particular video, I have kind of a unique item. This is actually a gaming emulator system. It's everything you need, and I guess comes in its own little carrying case. So we're going to unbox this for this video and check it out. I will have links for this in the description down below, so be sure and click that link as it could be a perfect holiday gift, okay? All right, let's go ahead and check this out together. We'll pull this off. This did come in another envelope, and it was double packed in this blister pack, which is really nice. So it was really securely shipped to me, so I definitely like that. And check out this cute little carrying case. Like, I've never had an emulator come in like its own little carrying case, so that's very cool. This is made of high impact nylon, little rubber handle. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's super expensive, but it's nice it comes in a case as opposed to just being a random box. Although it is a little unusual. Like, when I got the package, I wasn't even sure what it was according to the bag. It didn't really say. So let's go ahead and pop this open here. We'll give this a little zippy zip and see what we have inside the box. And we'll open this here and check it out. Wow, arcade box. I see all sorts of things wrapped up here. Let's go ahead and check out the instructions, which I guess is what this is. And it comes with a interesting little 3M double-sided sticky tape, which I'm not sure what that's for offhand. And the arcade box instruction. Okay, so here we have some basic instructions. Looks like the main menu. You can select languages for you, and then from there you can actually, I guess, hook you up to your home network. That's interesting. Configure controllers. Looks like a lot of options for you. It looks like kind of like a PS2 controller, like DualShock. We'll check this out in just one moment, but pretty good instructions as far as I could tell. Looks like just kind of like your standard little Android box, okay? And we'll come back to more about this in 1 second. I'm going to show off the box in 1 second, but first let's look at the accessories. Looks like right here we have an HDMI cable, so that's cool. They actually include an HDMI cable, brand new for you. There's actually an additional little 3M strips, so you get two of these little 3M double-sided sticky tapes. Not quite sure the purpose of those. Maybe so you can mount the arcade box on the wall. I do not know. We'll come back to that. Underneath the little elastic here, looks like we have controllers. So we have two controllers, and these look like pretty much your standard PlayStation controllers. Feeling the controller, it feels pretty light, but does feel quality though, for being like a random Android emulation box. It doesn't feel particularly cheap. The joysticks are nice and springy. These are rubberized, which is good. They feel good. This is plastic, so rubber, plastic. The whole thing feels sturdy but light, you know. The buttons click pretty good. It feels like a pretty solid, like, third-party PlayStation 2 controller. This does feature a few extra buttons here. I see select, start, and analog, which is a little bit different than PlayStation 2. And the actual controller itself looks like it is a USB. So this might actually be a really good joystick to use for like Steam or like arcade games on Steam, that kind of thing. I've been needing a joystick that works with my PC, so that actually kind of might just come in handy. And the fact they don't just give you one, but it looks like they actually give you two controllers. You can play two-player fighting games and stuff, which is pretty cool. Actually, I do like that. So very cool. Both controllers look good. All the buttons seem to work good. Nothing weird. Nothing stands out as being a problem. And again, that is USB. Okay, so good stuff. I may try these later and plug them into another game system and see if they are functional on PC or maybe even like PlayStation or something. Being USB, I might need an adapter for certain consoles, but looks pretty cool. Next up here in the box, it looks like this is probably a power supply. Let's go ahead and check this out. This looks like kind of a standardized power supply. Oh no, it is a little bit different. Interesting. I thought maybe it would be kind of like your typical phone power supply, like a little micro USB or something, but this is a regular power supply with a proprietary plug. Okay, so that's kind of like your standard wall mount, 120 socket, and like a little plug, which really varies, because a lot of game systems these days, like emulation systems, Raspberry Pi computers, they all use like a standard cell phone kind of charging setup. So it's interesting that it is something a little bit different. And then the most important part right here, of course, is the arcade box. And this has some artwork on it here, which kind of surprises me. This looks like your standard little, square Android computer. Looks like we have a lot of things here on the sides. First, I have to talk about this artwork. Like, I kind of dig the arcade box logo here, which feels pretty quality. It's not like a sticker. It feels like it's like painted on there or it's professionally put on. I'm not a super fan of this weird boxing arcade thing with a joystick in his hand, or I'm not even sure what that is. 1900. I don't know if that's the actual model number. It's just called Arcade Box. Okay, just have a little ventilation here for the CPU. Looks like there's no fan, but looks like there is some little heat sink fins right there by the ventilation. Oh, I see. Okay, so it looks like these little 3M stickers go right here, so you can actually mount this to like a wall or something, which that alone is pretty cool. They include the 3M. I do like that, actually, so you could stick this to a wall or a desk or something. But let me hold on to those 3Ms. I don't want to lose those. The box itself, looking at the buttons here, there's a power button here. This is springy, little spring power button. Okay, there is power supply. That's where this comes into play. So you just plug this right in like that. Very simple. It fits easy. This plugs in the wall. Not a problem. Looking at this is HDMI. That's where your HDMI cable comes into play. You plug in the HDMI and the other end goes to the TV set, obviously. It has an Ethernet port. That is really interesting. Wow. So I don't know if that's for downloading games or if that's for online high scoreboards. Like, I may have to look more into that. I was not expecting a Ethernet port, and also it kind of has me wondering if this may have Wi-Fi of some kind. And then there is another little button right here, which is really interesting, or a little input. This looks like headphones, like a headphone jack, but it doesn't really specify, but it is like a 3.5 millimeter plug, which makes you think it's probably headphones. On the front here, we're featuring two 1.2 USB ports, okay? And that's where your controller port would plug in. So we're taking the controller port and just plugs in just like that. You have your controller, you can play your game, very good stuff. And it has two ports, so two USB on the front. And there is a little micro SD card here, and it actually does include the card, which is interesting. And it looks like this will pop out. This is a 164, no, this is 64 gigabyte card. And my understanding is this comes preloaded with a whole mess of games. So we'll see how many games they actually included for me, but hopefully it has some good ones. And I believe this box actually has some like named arcade games, not just generic like international kids games or something. So it'll be fun if this has some real arcade games or maybe some real console emulation on it too. So we'll go ahead and check that out. Now, it's kind of interesting. On Amazon, they actually show this as a wireless controller configuration. So maybe there's different versions of this. I will have a link for you for the very best version I can find at the very best price down below. So be sure and click that link. But Amazon claims it supports 33,000 games on 50+ emulators, okay? And this is upgraded to the S905 chip, so it'll have more powerful gaming, which is really good. They say it's 4K, which is great, suitable for 4K TVs. And of course, that does work with the HDMI cable they do include, which is really nice. Now, they say this is a 64-bit 4-quad 2.0 gigahertz processor, okay? So this is HDMI 4K with full HD output. And they claim that certain configurations may include a dual wireless 4.G PS controller, PlayStation controller, I guess. It's meant to be plug and play, but I'll be honest with you, I'm really okay getting the USB cords because I can use these on the PC, I believe, and I may have a video on that down the road. But being USB, it gives me a few more options. So I'm actually pretty cool with it being USB. Because that is how I played a lot of the original like PlayStation games, etc. And it looks like if this truly has the 33,000 games and 50+ emulators on that included little micro SD chip, this should have a lot of fun in it for the price. I think it'll be a good time. Let's go ahead and hook this up and check it out. Okay, so here we go, guys. I got it booted up. You can see right here, we're starting on Super Nintendo. I'm just going to scroll through these real quick and kind of show you what it shows. Looks like it has Super Nintendo. It has Super Graphics. I'm not sure what that is even. Wow, in fact, I've never seen this system on a home console like that. That's amazing if that's true. Virtual Boy? Holy... Oh my gosh, I can't believe it had Virtual Boy with the red and black. That's crazy. Something called Wonder Swan Color. No idea what that is. Sinclair, that's like a computer. All games from all systems. Oh my gosh. Favorites, you can make your favorites here and kind of keep them together in one spot, which looks really good. Amstrad CPC, no idea. Atari 2600, Atari 5200, Atari 7800, Atari 800 computers, Linux from Atari, Atari ST, wow. Just so many different things here, guys. Wow, I almost can't believe there's games, but actually if you look like this with Commodore 64, 4,978 games, that is absolutely insane. Camcom Play System, 32 games. Play System 2, 38 games. Play System 3, 6 games. Dreamcast, oh my gosh, 3 Dreamcast games? That's nuts. Look at this. It has arcade. It looks like there's 96 games. Disk system, 229 games. That's like Family Computer, Famicom. Game & Watch, it has 53 games. I didn't even know there was 53 games. Game Gear, 263 games. Game Boy, 493 games. Game Boy Advance, 1,000 games. That's a lot of games there, guys. Oh my gosh. Game Boy Color, 500, Genesis 890, and Television 159. MAME, a total of 1,927 games. That is a lot of MAME, guys. Oh my gosh. Sega Master System 492, Genesis regular 1193, MSX2, I never even heard of that, 564, Nintendo 64 98, Naomi 6 games, some kind of computer, and Nintendo DS 20 games, NEOGEO CD 7 games, NEOGEO 175 games, regular Nintendo NES 1,500 games, NEOGEO Pocket 9 games, NEOGEO Pocket Color 81, Odyssey 2. Oh my gosh, that is crazy old. Odyssey 2? I've never seen that on an emulator. Open Beats of Rage, 5 games. No idea what that is. TurboGrafx 290, TurboGrafx CD 2 games. Ports, interesting, 15 games. PSP 11 games. Oh my gosh. PlayStation 45 games. Sega 32, 37 games. Sega CD 2 games. SG 1000, 68 games. Super Nintendo, a whopping 1,232 games. Supergraph, I mean, just it goes on and on, guys. Like the list, it does cycle back to the beginning here, but just so many games. Like I didn't call off the quantities at the beginning, but this is truly incredible. Let's go ahead and just check out a few of these. I guess first thing I want to check here is let's go ahead and just check some emulation here and check out arcade stuff here. Let's go with MAME. MAME's kind of like the industry standard, and we'll just hit in select here. There we go, and here's a bunch of games. Looks like there's actually descriptions over here, which is nice. Gives you a little idea of the game, shows a picture of it. Very cool stuff. It looks like these are actually, it kind of looks like these are more like, well, I don't know if that box is like the console kit, and it even tells you like was a ripoff of another game. Interesting. Let me go ahead and try and find a cool game here. Crazy Climber 2. I've never even heard of that. That is nuts. Oh my gosh. Going Down, Crystal Castles. Let me try and find a game that is like one of my favorites. Let's see here. Like, ooh, Space Shooters, very cool. Dark Tower. Looks like it has new and older arcade games. You can scroll through these pretty quickly here. Let's go ahead and let's try our original Donkey Kong for fun. We'll do one classic game here. Oops, did I hit the wrong thing? All right, let me go ahead and hit that again. Donkey Kong. There we go. Like the way it fans into it. Very cool. Let's go ahead and see how we do this. Looks like the original arcade game. This looks pretty good. And it even has like on the side over here, you'll see like that's supposed to be like the 1/4 inch round plastic around the side of the arcade machine. So that's kind of interesting. They go to that attempt to make you feel like you're in the arcade. Okay, it looks like we're missing the jump sound. The controls work, but they're a little wanky, little off. Oh yeah, like I pressed jump there and it did not jump, but maybe I had the wrong button. Let me try again here. Alright, maybe the jump is messed up. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. I jumped once. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, it seems like it's missing the jump sound, so there's a little bit of an error there on Donkey Kong where it just doesn't want to make the sound. Let me try one last time here. Okay, now I got the jump mastered. And we'll go up here. I gotta be able to beat this. Come on, it's like classic arcade. Oh, there we go. Well, we have a sound. Oh my gosh, I was doomed there. Alright, enough of that. I get the idea. It looks true to the arcade. It looks pretty good. Alright, here we are, guys, playing a little Mortal Kombat. We'll give this a try and see how this works. We got the voices in there, which is good. Okay, this is like original Mortal Kombat, old school. Oh, I'm doing bad. Oh, I'm gonna get my... Oh, bad news, man. Wow. It's a little bit laggy, but it's still really enjoyable. Okay, you see it's pretty true to the arcade. It actually looks pretty good. So not bad. A little bit of lag, but not bad at all. So really enjoyable. Definitely a good time. Alright, let's go ahead and try a different system here. Obviously, with this many games, there's no way I can go through all of these games. But let's go ahead and just check out some different ones. Let's try a different system here altogether. Let's see, what should we try? Let's try a PSP game. That sounds good. Here's the PSP games. Oops. Looks like there really isn't a whole lot of PSP, but there is some here. This is the games. It doesn't have like some of the classics, like Angry Birds PSP. That's interesting. Like I wish there was like a Twisted Metal maybe, or maybe like a racing game or two. Super Street Fighter Alpha. I mean, that's pretty good. There's some good games, but not really some of the classic PSP games. For PlayStation here, diving deeper into this, looks like a lot of the classic PlayStation games. Let me see here. I've been wanting to play some Ridge Racer. Looks like Ridge Racer Art. Oh, here we go. Original Ridge Racer. This. All right, this has been one of my favorite games, guys. Let's go ahead and try this.
Rage Racer.
Oh, this is Rage Racer? What the heck? I thought this was Ridge Racer. Wow, okay, so I guess this is 1996, so this is actually a little bit after Ridge Racer. Let's go ahead, we'll try it.
Rage Racer.
We'll try it here. We'll give it a shot. I never heard of Rage Racer. Is this like a rip-off game, or was this a real game for PlayStation? It looks like PlayStation 1 graphics.
Racers, start your engines and let's get it on. 3, 2, 1, go! The race is on. Show 'em what you've got. 3 laps to go.
That definitely looks a little more pixely. I don't know if that's because I have a HD monitor or what. I'm not going to go through the whole race, but it gives you kind of an idea what that's like. Looks good. It's still really enjoyable. I thought it was going to be Ridge Racer, and it's something called Rage Racer. It looks like it is PlayStation. I see the PlayStation brand right over here, so that's interesting. But we'll go ahead and we'll retire. All right, let's check out one more here, guys. Let's see what else we have. Lots of cool stuff, though. I mean, so many things. I wonder if there's a settings. I wonder if there's a way I could change the the actual look of the game to reduce some of the like little pixely lines, because I'm playing a older game, a CRT game, actually on a regular. Oh, it was Ridge Racer. That's interesting. They have Ridge Racer 4 and Rage Racer, but no original Ridge Racer. Let's see what else we have here. So no PlayStation Vita. Okay, that's one thing is missing. And taking a look through, lots of good stuff. Let's try and do a Nintendo product here real quick. Let's see, Nintendo NES, NEOGEO. Well, there's so many things to choose from. Wow. Like, oh, Nintendo DS. Wow, look at all the DS games. Lots of cool stuff here. DS. Mario DS. Oh my gosh, that could be fun. Diamond Pro. Look at the Pokemon games. Oh, wow. Classic Pokemon. Diamond version. Looks like we have black version. Oops. Star Wars. So much cool stuff. Super Mario 4 DS. Wow. Okay, so playing Super Mario 64 on the DS. Okay, to recap, this is a box arcade, which is available on Amazon. I will have the very best link for you down below with the very best price / configuration. I'm actually cool with this version having the USB controllers because I can use them with PC, and it may actually help me on a few different levels for other projects. So I'm kind of okay with that, but certain versions of this may actually have the wireless controllers too. Now, the fact that this particular box, has this Ethernet port, and the fact that it has a spot for a SD card, a flash memory card, really allows you to do a lot of expansion as far as adding games and changing it and customizing it to your own desires later down the road. Although if it does support the said 33,000 games on 50+ emulators, that's going to be a lot of games on this chip here to keep you going for a good long time, okay? If you guys have any question about the hookup or uses, please let me know at tuxtoys@gmail.com. But if you're looking for something just really fun for the holidays, I think this would make a perfect little gift for somebody who loves retro gaming, old arcade games, even more modern games. There's all sorts of emulation you can do between the flash memory and the Ethernet port. It does give you some options of Ethernet port, and of course it does hook up 4K, so it will work on modern TVs, unlike some older emulation systems that may have problems running on flat screens and not old like CRT type TVs, okay? Alright guys, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. Again, any questions, reach out to me, tuxtoys@gmail.com. You guys know I'm here to help, okay? And I hope you guys have a great holiday. And just, again, consider this. This could be a perfect Christmas gift for someone. A lot of fun on Christmas playing all these classic arcade games. You know it will be a good time. Great for a rainy day, a snow day, hurricane, just days home from work, whatever. Just think of all the fun you can have playing these classic games and reliving the challenges back when video games were, earlier arcades, when you'd go to the arcade and stick the quarter in and all that good stuff. All these great old retro arcade games, and also newer consoles can work on this particular powerful emulation tool, okay? Again, link down below. Thanks for watching, friends. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.